Good afternoon. This is Media Center Ukraine, Odesa, and we will start today with the briefing dedicated to charitable foundation Dity Heroiv, Children of Heroes. And I would like to remind you that this foundation helps children who lost one or both parents. Our speaker is co-founder of the foundation, Valeriya Abdal. Thank you very much for being with us today. You were here at the beginning of February of this year, and I think that over this last 6-7 months you have achieved significant results. Yes, thank you, and I would like to thank you first of all for inviting me again, for taking interest in charity and in particular in activities of our foundation. We have been supporting 6,000 children, and in February, when I was here last time, we had more than 2,000 children, so you can compare our achievements over the last 6 months. On the one hand, we can be satisfied with our work, that we can constantly, permanently support this big number of children, but on the other hand, this is a tragedy that so many children are left without parents. 6,000 children, even more, 6,200 children that have been registered with our foundation. These are only children that are known to us, those who know about our existence, and we don't know how many more children without parents they are on the occupied territories, or children that have been taken to Russia, or those who don't know about our foundation. We try to develop, we continue our work, we try to reach new limits, and we try to involve new partners to effectively support these children. Recently, we have created an advisory board in Ukraine that consists of the leaders who will monitor the activities of our foundation and will strengthen us. And over the last 6 months, we have successfully implemented the project dedicated to the 1st of June, to the Day of Protection of Children. All children that are in Ukraine received present from our foundation, and now we have a new project dedicated to the start of educational year, 1st September. If I'm not mistaken, 1,500 children have already received stationery from our foundation. We have launched the program for medical insurance. 630 children have already been insured, thanks to our partners, and they use these insurance. And for example, a person that I'm responsible for, she has successfully used that insurance, and 80,000 hryvnias are provided to cover her needs for medication, because last year she has an operation on her heart. We also provide mental support, and as of the 1st of September, we have provided 11,000 hours for coaching, individual coaching for children and their families' guardians. This is also covered by our foundation. We also ensure activities of summer camps, which also help to improve mental state of children. Around 1,000 children have visited camps thanks to the foundation, both in Ukraine and abroad, the entertaining camps and also camps ensuring mental recovery. Do you have camps in the Odesa region now? We used to have a camp in Mykolaiv Oblast, in a more or less safe area. We cannot, of course, say that we have some fully safe places, but we had tent camp in Mykolaiv Oblast, but usually we select western regions of our country, Uzhgorod, Zakarpattia, Lviv Oblast, for our children. And also we have camps in other regions, like in Kiev region. But when we start cooperating with camps, we first learned about all safety issues that they can ensure, like shelter. And it is also very important for us that they follow all procedure. And I am sure that all children will soon go to Gurzov in Crimea, in the international Artek camp. What are the main challenges that you've been facing? I think that our main challenge is to involve donors to successfully implement other support systems and projects. And as far as I know, the international community is a bit tired from constant donations to Ukraine. We need to remind all the time about our country, about what is going on here. We should also represent our children, and we should tell about our children who lose their children and who just need to face all these atrocities. In July, at the UN General Assembly, Dmytro Kuleba, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, made a speech, and he cited the diary of one of the words of our foundation. She's my word. Her name is Arina, and that was important to explain to the international community what our children have to face, all these terrifying things. Then in Amsterdam, in August, the exhibition was opened, which is called The War Diaries, Unheard Voices of Children. We also were involved in organizing this event, and we have sent 2 children from our foundation to the workshop dedicated to the closure of this exhibition, and today they are going to leave for Amsterdam. How many children from Odesa region are supported by your foundation? Around 500 children. And I'd like to say that we just provide aid and support to children not only in Odesa region, but all over Ukraine and abroad, those who have been evacuated. We support them. For example, we have an educational domain, and we try to ensure proper education for our children in the online format. We've chosen this format to ensure education for children from different cities, like English classes, art, therapy, additional courses for math, Ukrainian language preparation to the external individual assessment. Our foundation also supports children with these issues. So, and there are 500 children from Odesa region that you support. We should check the statistics, but as far as I remember, around 500 children in the Odesa region that are supported by our foundation. And recently we've had an offline event for children in Odesa. We invited children for the classes of Hector Jimenez Bravo, which is a legendary chef, and he organized culinary workshop for children, and we also invited children from Odesa to that workshop for them to be able to communicate with with the person they admire and to cook something with him. I know that many Ukrainian celebrities are involved in activities of your foundation. Do you have any celebrities from Odesa? From Odesa celebrities? And I'm not sure if they are from Odesa or not, but I can just tell you how the work with them is organized. We have an online format of meetings with the celebrities, which is these meetings are organized for children online, for children to be able to join such meetings. For example, we had with us such singer-songwriters as Alona Dorofeeva. Then we had Lisa Nikita Komarov, Bidnyakov, Alina Pash. Yes, they are involved in the activities. And Olga Harlan, our fencer. Yes, she has just joined our activities, and she's a very nice person. And the children admired her, and they admired her story during the meeting about how she was able to overcome all barriers in your career, and they actually learned directly from her about the situation at the international tournament when she refused to shake hands with the Russian. And she also told about her life. This format is very interesting, is of great interest for our children, and it is would be great if we could have it in offline format, but it is more difficult to organize than to organize online meetings. But it takes months just to arrange everything with our celebrities, because they have hectic schedules, because they are on business trips, charitable activities, and sometimes we spend a lot of time, but we're satisfied with the result that we get, because we can see the positive emotions that can experience our children. This is our main objective. And what is the celebrity that you're trying to negotiate now, the possible participant? I cannot share all secrets. Perhaps our media center can be involved just to boost on and this process. Our children are waiting for Dzidza, a Ukrainian singer, and we're negotiating with him. And I can see that you already taken the telephone, and so you're trying to contact him. Manadik as well. He is a well-known singer. Children admire him, and some other celebrities who would like to involve in our activities, but I think that we will succeed in the long run. And as for Odesa celebrities, we have some prominent personalities here that could be of interest for children, like Kola Sirga. Yes, we've contacted him, and Kola does a lot, and he is so most of his time he spends in the combat zone, and that's why it is very difficult to arrange with him. And Kola is on our list, and that would be really very interesting for our children. And you've already mentioned that the key challenge is to receive financial support from international donors. What about local and regional authorities? Do they support you financially or in some other form? We've established cooperation with local authorities of different regions. They do not support us with donations, but at least they provide the lists of children who have lost their children. For example, from the municipal council, we can get such information to support those children, because our foundation is an NGO. And what about informational support? Yes, they really provide this informational support. And the state support us in generally, and I hope that we will be able to establish cooperation with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and we would also like to involve more municipal councils from other regions for the information campaign. Thank you very much for joining us today. That was Valeriya Abdal, co-founder of the charitable foundation Dity Heroiv, Children of Heroes. And our next briefing will be at noon, and it will be dedicated to the state archive in the Odesa region and its activities during the war. Join us online or offline.